Hello. We're out for a walk in the woods. Josh and Jacob went another way, and the sun. Sadie and I went this way, and I'm having this moment where I'm like, I'm gonna walk into a spider's web, or am I not paying attention and meditating in the forest like I should? I keep getting these messages of the forest is waiting for you. The forest is waiting for you. And we're here. Hopefully I'm not ignoring her. I don't mean to. How's everyone's day, Sadie? Hey, miss, this way. It feels good to be out here. I've seen a cardinal and a blue jay. I think, unconfirmed. I think I saw 2 blue jays. I asked for a sign for multiple blue jays, and I think I saw them. But it was one of those moments where it wasn't super blatantly honest or super blatantly obvious. But it was just enough where I was yeah, I think that was it. That's the interesting thing about I've been playing with asking for signs, and the birds have been, there's so many right now, it's amazing. The birds have been a beautiful sign for me to just kind of connect and stay grounded with what's going on as much as possible. And I just love getting to witness them and see their flight paths, and I don't know, their messages always come in the most beautiful way. So I'm super grateful to be out here. It's such a beautiful, beautiful day. The sun's been shining all day. It's warm. Oh, I think there's so many birds in this area right now. And then I heard something scuttle on the ground that Sadie's very interested in. Ooh, here we go. Yeah, I'm wondering, does anyone ever ask for signs, Sadie? Do you ever ask when you have a question or a concern? Or if you just want to know that there's someone listening, do you ever ask? Just say, hey, I just need a little bit of confirmation. I need a little bit of understanding. Would you come through for me and show me? Would you show me? Look at this tree. Wow. The orange. Oh my goodness, she's beautiful. Oh. If you were listening yesterday, I just want to say thank you for keeping me in your thoughts to those who reached out. I probably, like everyone, you can see the tree now. Beautiful. I, like everyone else, have my challenges and my days where even though I can acknowledge and be wow, everything is so stinking beautiful, I'm in this life, right? I'm just so involved, but it honestly and truly feels like I'm in this spiritual school. And some of the language that I've heard, and I'm just playing with, because I try not to take anything that as I come across it hits me between the eyes. It hits me in the heart. And there's like this inner knowing that this information is true and resonant with me, but there's still that piece of me that's like, okay, so I reference Harry Potter a lot. Big fan. It's just been something in my life that has just means a lot to me. Anyways, so there's the one scene, gosh, I always get it wrong, in the movie adaptation. Let me think. I believe it's the Goblet of Fire. I believe it's the fourth one. I believe it's Goblet of Fire. Harry and Hermione are in the library, and they're like talking about like getting dates for the ball. Yeah, that's what it was. And the Yule Ball. And Hermione basically looked over and was like, "See that girl? That's Romilda Vane. She likes you." And oh gosh. 1 second. Hi, you got so tripped up. Can you back up? Okay. So professional, I know. Anyways, so basically Hermione's like, she only wants to go with you because she thinks you're the chosen one. And Harry's like, well, I am the chosen one. And she like hits him with a newspaper. And I think about that, and it's like, I listened to a reading, and it used the language of being the chosen one and being like a light worker, and you know, accepting the fact that you are a chosen one. And I'm like, I just like can't, like, how can it be? How can it be? Right? Like, how can it be? But then there's like this inner knowing within myself that it feels like I'm destined. I'm just like destined to be this like beacon of light, and like I see all this beauty, and I see all this love, and I want to just like make the most of my life. And it just feels so profound. And you know, this reading basically talking about, you know, being a chosen one, and one of the things that they were saying was, you know, imagine the devil, imagine the darkness, like their job is to, you know, can you imagine them being like turning a chosen one against their path, against their mission? Some of the language that I've heard before was that, you know, when we incarnate on this earth, like we have a mission and we know what it is before we come down, and we agree to having this temporary family born into, having the density of this 3D world, and we forget, and we spend our lives trying to remember who we are. And so what if you are a chosen one? What if you have this beautiful gift from God, and you're meant to be this light and this divine spark in the world? And think about how good it would be for the darkness to force you off that path, to have those toxic traits, those toxic thoughts, the negativity, the fear, the everything, just pull you off your path. What a win for them. And I think about my addictions and my toxic traits and behaviors that I'm, working through in this lifetime. And I know it's not good for me, but I still choose to partake in some of these cycles knowingly, and I try to logic my way out of it and be like, it's fine, it's what I want to do right now. But like, I know that it lowers my vibration. I know that it just lowers my vibration. And so, you know, last night was one of those moments where it seeps in. And I know it. But it still affects me. I have these like perfectionist tendencies as well. And so when I like agree to be on a path, like I agree to start a diet, and I don't mean to say diet, but like I agree to not buy baked goods. You know, it's like, what happens? I say that, and then literally the next day my mom comes over and she's like, oh, I bought you a box of cookies. Or like at work, they're like, here, we have all of these extra baked goods. Do you want something? And it's like, the devil, man. The devil energy just creeps right back in. You make this thought, and then it goes, and then you have to deal with your subconscious programming, and like, it's just so much. It's just so much to deal with. And some of the other language I've been hearing about is the like ascension process. And one of the images that I really like has been that of the archway. So think of like the world card. It's like it's like stepping through this like portal, this archway, this area into the next level, into this next stage. So ascending beyond this cycle. Stepping into another timeline where your lower vibrations are no more. You have put to bed this addiction. My family is all smokers. All of them. I grew up and I was in like my grandparents' car all the time, and they had the windows shut, and like they smoked in the house, and they smoked around me all the time. Constant. Both my parents smoke. 3 of them still smoke. People vape. And so that's like part of my genetic addiction, like family addiction. My grandparents, they all smoked. And you know, I was doing okay. I had stopped consuming cannabis, and then I was sick, so I had to cancel on my mom and my gran like last week. And then I was like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna send them a message a couple days later. And I went over, and they were all there. And then the second I pulled out, I was like, I want to smoke. Every time I see these people, I want to smoke, because they're smoking cigarettes. But like, that's part of the trigger. And I used to. I used to like hide my mom's cigarettes. Like, I was so against it. I hated that she smoked. I used to take like a spray bottle and like spray her cigarette. Like it's like, and I was always like, why can't you quit? Like, just quit. You keep being like, I'm gonna do it next week, and I'm gonna do it next year, and I'm gonna do it, and she never does it. And I remember saying to her, or saying recently, like, okay, well, you didn't do it for your own kid, but like, why don't you do it for your grandkid? And then kind of hit me in the face, and I was like, what are you doing, girl? What are you doing? You're still putting that nonsense into your lungs. You don't want to be doing that. You don't want to be that type of mom. You're giving your mom crap about it, and like, you haven't even navigated your own addiction yet. I know that, you know, we're just passing the full moon. It's like, this is the time of releasing old patterns, old addictions. Trying to like give it to the moon, you know? I don't want to be in this cycle anymore. I really don't. I really, really don't. I really don't. All right. Well, I've lost my boys. So I'm gonna go whistle around the forest and see if I can find them. Or call. I guess I have a phone. But whistling's more fun. Okay. I hope you are all having a beautiful day. And if you have the ability to go for a walk in the woods, they are calling you. Maybe hug a tree. Okay. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.